My name is Maya. I'm a relationship mentor and educator, a clinical hypnotherapist, and I'm very grateful to be here with you today to dive deeper into how can we actually be intimate with each other on all levels. I'm sure you know how it's supposed to work, and then it doesn't. And that's quite intense at times. So we can tell our partner what they are doing wrong, and we often feel so locked in into ourselves. So I will offer you some building blocks today and also a bit of an understanding that each one of us, we are composed of different parts. And some of these parts in us, they are immature. They are emotional. They don't respond to logic. Maybe we don't even have access to them. And that's in a way the beauty of those challenges that we face in our partnerships. They point us to those places inside that we don't yet fully love. And I'm sure you agree that it's a foundation in a relationship to have a way to communicate. And with that, I mean not talk, talk, talk. I really mean to communicate what's essential for me and feel heard in that and with that. So, how can we go about that? And the very first thing really is it starts with myself. It starts with being honest with myself. And when I'm honest with myself, then I will notice that sometimes parts of myself jump into the foreground that by no means are what I think I should be like, and all of those things. So, how can we meet those parts that often are vulnerable and hurt and often are immature? They are aspects of the inner child that we have. So it starts really with intimacy with myself, with knowing myself. And that includes how can I support myself? And I would like to, you may have heard or seen that before, there's this hug. We hug ourselves, that we really put our hands on our body and breathe. This is already a practical tool. It's our job to find out what works for me. It's my job to notice, when do I leave, well, the field of capacity. Sometimes it can be helpful to just acknowledge, okay, I can listen to one sentence, whether I resonate or not. I can't listen to minutes of mixed messages with tones of voices that, yeah, challenge me. So it really starts with, how do I, in a way, stay centered in myself? How do I notice and then also dare to say and have words to say, oh, I can't really listen any further. So let's have a pause here. That is another tool, to have a pause rather than going down a destructive lane into cycles that in a way you already know that they are not working. I kind of remember from myself, there was a time where I was like, oh, now I said this and he will say that, and then I will say this and he will respond that. Okay, I suggest to agree on this beforehand, agree on this when you have a cool moment, to say, hey, I don't want to go down that lane anymore. Let's agree on timeout, whatever. Some couples really come up with funny things as well, something that makes them in a way laugh, that has like two words or something. It's really very unique to you what you will come up with, and agree on that. That's part of you taking care of yourself. You don't go there if you can't handle it. And then whoever says stop in whichever way you will agree on is the one to come back. Yes, that's how that game works. If I decide, oops, I need to leave the room, I'm taking care of my own system, I am the one to come back. And this way we cut through all those weird games, attachments, and avoidance styles. All of that is being cut through by simply following this sort of logical step. If I move out of the conversation, I'm the one to come back into the conversation because only I know when I will be ready. That can be 5 minutes or that can be half an hour. I wouldn't wait until, more than 24 hours just for the, let's say, clarity of the field.